Have you ever noticed that taking a step back from someone can make them see you in a whole new way? Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the deep insights of Stoicism and how they can be used in our everyday lives and relationships. In this video, we're going to talk about why does walking away from someone often make them more interested in you? From a Stoic point of view, this isn't just about being hard to get. It's a deeper principle of independence and self-respect. When you walk away from a situation where you're not valued, you're not only preserving your dignity, but also living up to the Stoic ideal of not being dependent on external validation. Interestingly, this approach does more than just make you more desirable. It also fits with the Stoic practice of emotion resilience and detachment. By walking away, you exercise your ability to control what you can, which are your own actions and responses, not the feelings and behaviors of others. Let's look at 10 lessons on how this Stoic strategy can improve your relationships and why it's a sign of strength that can lead to more respect and attraction. Please click the like button on this movie. If these ideas help you, please subscribe to our channel for more Stoic advice applied to everyday life. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences on this subject, so please leave a comment below and let's talk about it. Allow us to begin. 1. When you leave someone who mistreats you, you reclaim your power and self-respect. This is in line with a basic Stoic belief. Realizing your worth and understanding that your value isn't tied to someone else's approval or affection. By stepping away, you stop seeking their approval and begin to appreciate your own worth. Your renewed self-respect and confidence will naturally attract the right person to you when the time comes. Imagine being in a relationship where you are constantly put down or taken for granted. Every time you ignore this kind of treatment, you give up a little of your power. Choosing to leave such a relationship sends a strong message to yourself and others that you hold yourself too high to put up for disrespect. May make the other person see you differently, and they might even understand what they've lost. If they don't, it's their loss. As you get better at Stoicism, it's important to keep your focus. Focus on the things you can change and let go of the things you can't. Staying in a bad situation drains your power and blocks the way to new opportunities. Being brave enough to let you in through doors you didn't even know were there. You're free from the past and can now make your future. Taking this brave step in a new direction opens up a world full of options. A gift to yourself. For example, think about a friend who always cancels plans at the last minute without thinking about how it makes you feel. Every time you let this friend off the hook, you give them your time and energy. When you decide to cut ties with this friend, you take back control of your time and energy. This not only improves your health, but also brings positive, like-minded people into your life. By following Stoic principles and staying away from toxic relationships, you show off your strength and self-esteem. This act of self-preservation not only improves your health, but also brings positive, like-minded people into your life. Walking away from someone who doesn't treat you well isn't just about leaving them. It's also about taking a step toward a future full of respect, love, and endless possibilities. People are naturally drawn to people who value themselves and hold others to high standards of behavior. Number 2. Being away from someone makes you love them more. Distance makes the heart grow fonder, as the saying goes, and walking away can be a powerful strategy. This saying shows a deep truth about human interactions. Not only can absence make you want someone more, it can also make your friendships and family ties stronger. Think about times when you haven't seen loved ones in a while. The time apart makes you miss them. Remember good times they had together and want to get back together. When they do, the happiness and gratitude are overwhelming. This principle works just as well in romantic relationships, especially when interactions feel dull or routine. Being close to someone all the time can drain the excitement and novelty from conversations and daily interactions. Taking a step back gives both people time to think about what they really want from the relationship. While you're not together, she might be thinking about you and the good times you've had together. Because you spend every day together, your relationship has become a bit dull. You can break up for a short time. Hiatus. By focusing on your own interests and giving her time to miss you, you set the stage for renewed longing and appreciation. She may start to remember what drew her to you in the first place, and it might not be long before you get a message from her saying she wants to reconnect. Getting back together after such a break can bring new life to your relationship. The time apart gives both of you a chance to appreciate each other in a new way. This is an example of Stoic wisdom, which says that sometimes less is more, and that giving space can lead to a stronger connection. If your relationship starts to feel repetitive or dull, try taking regular breaks. Spending a few months apart doesn't show a lack of care, but rather a deep respect for the relationship's health, letting it grow and breathe. This can greatly improve and deepen the bond when you get back together. Remember that walking away isn't about playing games or manipulating the other person. It's about appreciating the natural rhythms of relationships and using distance as a strategic tool to strengthen your connection. Adopt this strategy with Stoic wisdom, knowing that taking a step back is sometimes the best way to move forward. Number 3. You pique people's interest and wonder in Stoicism by knowing your worth and sticking to your values. Getting away from people who treat you badly is one of the best ways to earn respect and attract other people. This isn't just about making space. It's about loving yourself enough to refuse bad treatment. Let's look at how this strategy works and how well it works. Leaving someone who doesn't respect you quickly makes you more interesting and mysterious, because people often want things that seem out of reach. When you're always available and willing to change your plans for someone else, you become predictable and unfortunately taken for granted. They take your constant availability for granted, which makes them not put in any effort. By taking a step back, you break this pattern and show that your presence is a privilege, not a given. Think about a friend who always cancels plans at the last minute. In the past, you've been flexible and adapted your schedule to fit theirs, but after a few cancellations, you decide to stop being so available. Instead of always being the backup plan, you start to prioritize other activities and people who value your time. Suddenly, this friend notices your absence and starts to wonder why you're not out as much. They might think about what they need to do to get your attention again after seeing how they behaved. This change adds a layer of wonder and intrigue to the people around you. This idea is even more important in romantic relationships. By pulling away from someone who treats you badly, you show them that you have your own life and priorities and aren't just waiting for their next call or text. This shows them that you're independent, which makes you less predictable and more respectable, and they come to respect you more because you've shown that you respect yourself. The right person will find this kind of self-respect very attractive. They'll see how valuable you are because you see it in yourself. It makes people think about a lot of things when you step back from their life. When you reconnect with them, they'll likely want to know why you broke up, what went wrong, are you seeing someone else, and is there still a chance for reconciliation? These questions will keep them interested and attract you. A little mystery and confusion can be good. Walking away shows that you are a high-value, confident person, which is a direct application of what the Stoics taught. Know your worth, treat yourself with respect, and never settle for less than you earn. Use this strategy wisely and see how it changes how people see and interact with you. 4. She will tell you how she really feels about you. Let's talk about a Stoic principle called the power of letting go and the wisdom of knowing what is meant for you. When you walk away from a woman, you create a space where her true feelings will naturally come to the surface. If she really cares about you, she won't be able to stay away. She will come back, showing that she feels, are honest, and run deep. That is, this deed speaks louder than words. You've been dating someone for a while, but you're unsure about her feelings towards you. Instead of constantly trying to win her affection or wondering where you stand, you decide to take a step back. This isn't about playing games, it's about giving her the freedom to show her true intentions. If she comes back to you, it's a clear sign that she values the relationship and wants to be with you. Her actions show that she is emotionally invested and cares deeply. On the other hand, if you walk away and she lets you go without any response, it's a strong indication that her feelings for you have waned. This might be hard to accept, but from a Stoic perspective, it's crucial to understand that not everything is within our control. Her lack of response means that the relationship wasn't meant to be, and that's okay. It opens up the opportunity for both of you to move on and find partners who are truly compatible and invested. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who often reflected on the importance of accepting things as they are. He believed that we should focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot by walking away. By following this Stoic principle, you're giving her the space to show how she really feels and accepting whatever happens with grace and dignity. This approach not only helps you find a partner who wants to be with you, but it also strengthens your character by teaching you to value your own worth and not settle for anything less than genuine affection and respect. In the end, walking away isn't about manipulation. It's about clarity and respect for both yourself and the other person. Number 5. You make her want to pursue you. People often want what they can't easily get. By leaving a situation where you feel underappreciated, you create a sense of scarcity that makes you seem more valuable. If you have a valuable gem and hide it, its value will only be known when it can't be reached. People will realize what they've been taking for granted when you're not around. For example, if you're in a relationship where your efforts and feelings are constantly ignored, your absence will be a powerful wake-up call. If you decide to walk away and refuse to settle for less than what you deserve, your partner may start to notice the void you've left. They may start to miss the support, kindness, and positivity you brought into their life, which could lead to a critical re-evaluation of their actions and the relationship itself. Walking away is the ultimate test of a relationship's value. If the other person returns and acknowledges how important you are to them, it means that your relationship is truly solid. This time of reflection might lead to a renewed appreciation for you, paving the way for a more strong and satisfying partnership. You take back control of your life when you decide to leave. You're not waiting for someone else to tell you how valuable you are anymore. You've shown that you value yourself too much to stay in a place where you are not appreciated. This act of self-respect is in line with basic Stoic practices that tell us how important it is to put our health and dignity first. Your choice to leave sends a strong message that you will not put up with bad treatment and that you have the guts to look for better situations. People will often admire you more when they see that you don't give up on your values or self-worth, which will make you more attractive. Although it may be hard, remember that you deserve to be with people who care about you. If the person returns, you'll be in a better position to decide whether to rebuild the relationship on better terms. If they don't return, you'll have saved yourself more time and can move on to find someone who truly appreciates you. If you've made it this far and are still engaged, please take a moment to comment below with "Embrace the power of walking away." This simple action shows that you really connect with the message we've been talking about. Your involvement means a lot and shows that you're committed to your own growth. Now let's go deeper and keep talking about it. Sixth, you stand out from the crowd. If you're dating someone who doesn't treat you with the respect and care you deserve, walking away can be a strong statement of your self-worth. This choice sets you apart from others who may stay in bad situations out of fear or insecurity. The person you were dating may then see you in a new light, realizing that they had taken your presence for granted. Suddenly you become a challenge, someone they want to win over, because you've shown that you're not desperate for their attention. In Stoicism, one of the main ideas is recognizing your own worth and not relying too much on outside validation. You live by this principle, which shows that your happiness and sense of self-worth come from inside you, not from someone who doesn't respect you. Your lack of interest in others and refusal to chase after them show that you value your own happiness over theirs, which makes you more attractive to those who want to win your attention and love. Think about a situation in which you quit a job that doesn't make you happy in search of better opportunities. Your co-workers and boss may not see how valuable you are until after you're gone, seeing you as someone who was brave enough to leave their comfort zone in search of greater happiness. This ability to bounce back from setbacks and accept uncertainty shows great courage and a growth-oriented mindset. Also, walking away shows that you don't fear loss or change and are ready to give up something known in exchange for possible bigger rewards. This independent spirit shows emotional independence and self-reliance, which make you a desirable partner or friend. If you time your departure well, you can build a reputation as someone special and worth pursuing. You become an exception rather than the norm, which greatly increases your allure. The Stoic philosophy places a lot of importance on self-control and inner strength. By walking away, you show that you are not led astray by fleeting emotions or shallow attachments. Instead, you put your well-being and personal growth first, showing that you live by your principles and value your dignity above all else. This inner strength defines your unique appeal and sets the stage for a fulfilling life. When your relationship first started, it was probably full of excitement and joy. You may remember going for long walks in the park and laughing at inside jokes while exploring new places together. But now that small disagreements are turning into full-blown fights and harmony seems impossible to reach, you may wonder what happened to that spark that seemed so bright at the start. This is where Stoicism can help you. One of the most important Stoic ideas is to know what you can control and what you can't. For example, you can't change her actions or emotions, but you can control your own. When arguments get out of hand and don't seem to be solved, it might be best to walk away, not to give up, but to think things through and find peace again. This gives you both time to remember the good times in the relationship, which can be a powerful reminder of what brought you together in the first place. If you're remembering the good times, she may start to miss the fun and bond you shared, realizing that these things are more important than the small fights. Take a break from the fight and think about the times you had fun together at a favorite restaurant. These memories of laughter and connection can become more meaningful when you take a step back. She will probably do the same and realize that the fights are nothing compared to the joy you've shared together. Deciding to walk away shows that you are strong and in control. It shows that you can take a step back and not let criticism get to you. She might respect you more after seeing your thoughtful pause and realizing that you care about the relationship enough to put fixing it ahead of winning fights. When she sees this, she'll probably reach out to you because she wants to get back in touch and work on rebuilding and improving your relationship. She'll be drawn to your mature approach to conflict resolution, and your desire to strengthen the bond will make her more attracted to you because she sees a partner who handles disagreements thoughtfully and values making positive memories together. So when the fighting gets too much, remember the power of taking a step back, Use this time for personal reflection and to give her space to appreciate the value of the relationship. This can reignite the spark that first attracted you two, drew you together, which helped you reconnect and grow your bond. Eighth, you get the upper hand. Consider a situation where you are in a relationship that isn't fulfilling your partner, takes you for granted, and doesn't appreciate your efforts by deciding to leave. You show that you won't tolerate disrespect or neglect. This act of walking away can make your partner realize your worth and regret not valuing you. They might start to see you in a new light, appreciating the strength and self-worth you have displayed in Stoicism. One of the core teachings is to focus on what you can control and to let go of what you cannot. By walking away, you are embodying this principle. You are not trying to change the other person or the situation, but instead you are taking charge of your response and your life. Walking away also shows that you have discipline and self-control. Rather than reacting emotionally, you are able to logically assess the situation and do what is right for you. You weigh the pros and cons objectively and come to a thoughtful decision. This level of restraint and composure is admirable to others. Imagine working in a place where you are constantly undervalued and overworked. You've voiced your concerns, but nothing has changed. If you decide to quit that job, it means you respect yourself too much to stay in a place where your contributions aren't appreciated. Your co-workers and even your boss may start to understand how important you were and how your loss affected them. When you walk away at the right time, you keep your dignity and self-respect. You teach others how to treat you by not putting up with anything less. And when you walk away, you open yourself up to new opportunities and better things ahead. The door is now open for healthier relationships and situations where you will be properly valued and respected. By taking this Stoic stance, you show that your self-worth is not based on what other people think of you. You are sure of your values and principles. Inner strength is magnetic. People are naturally drawn to people who are sure of themselves and their abilities. Remember that sometimes leaving is the best way to get what you want and get the respect and praise you deserve. You become a challenge for her. Women who like challenges aren't usually interested in men who worship them or give them everything they want without asking for it. Instead, these women like men who have a strong sense of self-worth and push them to work hard to get their attention. This approach doesn't mean playing games or being manipulative by being hard to get. Instead, it stresses how important it is to put your own life goals and well-being first. For example, let's say you've been texting a woman all the time and always making the first move, but you decide to focus on personal growth. Maybe you start going to the gym more often, trying out a new hobby, or spending quality time with friends. As a result, you're not as available whenever she calls. She soon starts to miss the consistent attention she used to take for granted and contacts you when you step back and focus on yourself. You become rare, going from being the always there, always available man to someone she has to actively seek in order to get back into her life. This change doesn't mean becoming cold or mean, but it does mean taking care of your own life and relying less on her approval. In the world of Stoic thought, this idea fits with the idea of self-sufficiency and lowering your reliance on outside approval. If she starts to pursue you, resist the urge to go back to old habits of giving her too much attention. Protect your boundaries and your self-esteem by remaining polite and considerate, while also keeping a level of mystery and unavailability at times. Learn to assertively decline when necessary. This not only keeps the attraction alive, but also shows that you value yourself highly. Ultimately, embodying a challenge isn't about playing mind games. It's about keeping your dignity and making sure that any relationship you're in stays balanced and healthy. By withdrawing, you give her a chance to see your true value and to try to get your attention, which could make the relationship better for both of you. It's the most powerful move ever. If you leave a woman, she'll think you have all the power, and women love strong guys. A strong man is one who stands by his beliefs. If you look at this through the view of Stoicism, walking away is a sign of this power that you won't give up on your values for anyone. Stoics taught that a wise person knows what they can and cannot control. You cannot change her actions or feelings, but you can change your own. If you don't agree with something going on between you two, tell her that you don't want this in a relationship and that you will leave if it continues. This isn't about manipulating her, it's about setting limits and staying true to your values. This is an example. When you're dating someone and they keep cancelling plans at the last minute, even though you've told them this bothers you, they keep doing it. You calmly tell them that if this keeps up, you will have to end the relationship. They might call your bluff, thinking you won't actually leave. This is a good position to be in, because when you do walk away, it's a powerful move that she will suddenly realize you have the strength and self-respect to remove yourself from a situation that doesn't meet your standards. She will find this display of power very attractive, and she will be begging you to come back. If you decide to give her another chance, be ready to set some basic rules to make sure it doesn't happen again. It's important to be clear about what you expect and what you won't stand for. If you don't want to go back, she will always feel bad about how she treated you because you were strong enough to walk away. Stoicism stresses the importance of inner strength and self-control. By going away, you show that you are in charge of your feelings and actions, and aren't letting someone else's behavior affect your happiness. This is the core of real power and attraction. As we wrap up our talk today on the deep effects of walking away and how it can boost interest and respect in relationships, we hope you've learned something useful about this smart yet honest approach. Walking away isn't just a way to get some space. It's also a sign of self-respect and a commitment to Stoic ideals that stress emotional strength and independence. You need to realize that your worth doesn't depend on anyone else's approval but your own. Today, we talked about different situations in which stepping back can change the dynamics of a relationship, making you more attractive and respected. Whether it's to rekindle interest or just show that you value yourself too much to settle for less, walking away can be a powerful tool in your relationship arsenal. We'd love to hear about your experience with this strategy. Have you ever seen how someone sees you differently after you took a step back? Please share your stories in the comments below. Your insights will help our community grow, and others will learn from real-life examples. If you liked today's video, please click the like button. It helps the channel a lot. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more videos that make you think about how Stoicism can help us in our relationships and everyday lives. Please share this video with someone who might find it useful. If you want to learn more about how to use Stoic wisdom to improve your personal and professional relationships, watch the videos that are now showing up on the screen. Thanks for watching, and remember that sometimes the best thing you can do is take a step back and focus on your own growth. Until next time, keep following the Stoics' advice and making your best life.